Y'all, I'm so tired of working. I'm so tired of working. Every night is a long work night. No matter how much you get caught up, no matter how much you try to set yourself up for success, your day is bound to go haywire when you're doing what I'm doing. Today was very chaotic. It was just busy, lots of calls coming through constantly, and you are expected to get administrative work done around the many of phone calls that you're going to be getting throughout the day and the phone calls that you need to make. It is a very stressful job, and I was told that that was going to be the case. And it is 8:33 at night. It is very normal for me to work till after 10 o'clock when starting at 7:45 or 8 when my work hours are supposed to be 9 to 6. And I don't really know if this is sustainable or how this is going to be sustainable. Like, I really be like so tired. Like, and I mean, you really, like, everybody likes to think, like, these jobs like to think that, like, they're offering work-life balance. I really think that they, like, sell you that coming in, when in reality, they don't really believe it's a real thing. And they want you to be okay with it not being a real thing. Like, I just feel like for years I've been between a rock and a hard place. It just seems like no matter what I do, it just never, like, feels like the right thing. And I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I used to be so sure about a lot of things. I don't know about nothing no more. Like, I really sometimes come home like, this shit is not real. This is not real. I'm not in a real place. Like, I don't know. You know, everybody says, like, don't work until after 10. Don't do that to yourself. God forbid I don't do nothing else for the rest of the night. Somebody gonna be on my ass in the morning. Somebody gonna be on my ass in the morning. Ask me why I ain't do it. It's just, you cannot win for losing. I don't, at this point, see how people do this shit. Like, for me, it's very tough wrapping my head around this because I am 100% all 2024 and going into 2025. I have 100% been doing more work for less pay. This is insane. But then it's like I was making more, but I was having to deal with having an extremely long commute. So it's like you just can't win for losing. And then they wanted to stop letting you be able to work remotely. Life is a series of trade-offs. Nothing is helping. The coffee don't help, don't nothing help.
I need somebody out there tonight who's willing to take another look at God in the tough circumstance you might be in right now and just say, I know God can. I know He can. I have no question about what God can do. It is no secret what God can do. What He's done for others, He will do for you. With arms wide open, He'll welcome you. There is no secret what God can do. Now unto Him who can do it. Now unto Him who can do it. Now unto can do and how it can help you to fully and truly understand what it means to trust in God and to partner with you. Here we find a man in this particular text who is in a dispute, the pathological disorder of that particular process. And then you can sit up all day long and try to figure out why emanated a powerful dust that was sometimes known to cause blindness. I don't know why this man was blind. All I can tell you. When the walls are closing in on me, I got to holler. When the light knocks me.
I think the most frustrating thing about working a demanding job where you sometimes have to work long hours is being a single female who lives alone and that also has a dog. So, the reality is that if I'm not having time to get to certain things during the week, things just tend to pile up because if I don't do them, no one else will and no one else can. So my only option is to outsource like some people do, but when you're not really making the income to be able to do that, then it definitely proves to be a recurringly stressful situation. So I'm constantly finding myself just figuring out ways how to make sure things get done and don't fall through the cracks, as well as trying my best to prevent overwhelm. I love a comfy lounge fit. Let's start there. Um, it's definitely everything. But yes, I have to be Jay for dinner because I'm grown. Who gonna check me? And I had like literally had beef all weekend. Like I have been eating on a cowboy steak that was made for Valentine's dinner. Well, Valentine's Day was on Friday. I probably ate the rest of it earlier because cowboy steaks, if you know, they're like really big steaks. So I just wanted something light. And then, like, surprisingly, like, it filled me up. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'm not cooking dinner. I guess I'll just cook tomorrow. Even though I know, like, tomorrow is going to be an extremely busy work day because it's a Monday after a weekend where there has been a lot of snow. There will likely be a lot of happenings that have happened over the weekend that's going to dictate how much work comes into our office because of the weather. So I was actually going to be an overachiever and look at some stuff today. And I had planned on yesterday as well. But then I was like, you know what? That's why I ain't really put nothing on the docket. Because I said, in the case that I don't feel like reopening up this computer, I kind of just want to enjoy the rest of my Sunday. It's already 8 o'clock. So almost 8:30. Read, do some creative, something that don't feel like work necessarily. Just really just enjoy the rest of my weekend. Because I just feel like this week about to be like heavy. We about to be having to do a lot of work. Like, I literally felt like when I got up today before I got home, I was like, okay, back to adulting. Not that I wasn't adulting all weekend, but back to the adulting part that you don't really be wanting to do. If you can relate, let me know in the comments. Another thing, if you all have not noticed, I did get a new camera. I invested in a better quality equipment. I do have other equipment that I could be using, so I did start kind of getting back to using that. But I just wanted another vlogging camera, just one time for the two time of 2025. I am very like particular about using like quality resources if you can swing it. So, with all the Christmas sales and all the sales and stuff that's been going on, I'm like, I just want something that's going to put out beautiful quality, good sound. So if you notice, I do look a little bit better, a little bit different, a little bit something extra going on. That's because I'm investing in some new equipment. So I'm really hoping to be very consistent as much as I can with vlogging this year because there are a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes that I would like to document this time around a little bit more than I did in the past. So just even for my own like memories and you know what I mean. So I haven't documented a lot more. I don't post everything that I document, but I definitely do want to get back to posting a little bit more, just to kind of take you guys on this journey. So, especially now that I'm in a better place, like mentally and stuff like that. So, um, I do feel like doing it now. You know, when you're sometimes not in a good mental space, you just don't feel like doing a lot of stuff. You kind of just be in survival mode. You kind of just be trying to take it a day at a time and move ahead. And I was in a space like that for like a while. But I feel like I'm on the other side of that. So I would like to get back to sharing, you know, what's relevant to share anyhow. So yeah, stay tuned, and I hope that you continue to join me on this journey because I have a lot of things that I do want to kind of show you all. So first and foremost, good morning. I did invest in a new camera for the new year, so I am going to try this camera out because in the car. Because in the past, I liked filming in the car. But especially when it's warm out and you got your air blowing, you can hear everything. So I'm like, okay, I see people be filming in that car. I gotta figure this out. I feel like these are perfect times to vlog. Oh, this thing is moving. That's the issue. Okay. I feel like these are perfect times to vlog. So, just usually in the morning, you have a lot on your mind. So I'm just like, okay. I low-key just remembered I got a package that I need to pick up, but I'm gonna pick it up when I get back because I gotta go. Even though it probably took me a couple minutes. But I'm trying out this new car tripod and I don't think I like it because it keeps spinning while I'm trying to talk to you all. And technically, my camera is upside down and it's not completely tightened. So that's probably why it's spinning, but if I tighten it, the camera's gonna be flipped all the way around. So there's that. I think I don't know if there's. Come with me to Total Wine so that we can sit in on yet another free wine tasting. A friend of mine and I like to go to these wine tastings at Total Wine because, for one, they're free, but for two, they're very informative. We like that it's in a class like setting. The class attendance typically is around 30 people, though I will say I've never been in the class was fully filled. And I believe that that is because a lot of times people RSVP in advance, and then due to inclement weather or just maybe conflicting plans, they end up not making it in. And it really doesn't have to do if it's in the winter or summer or not. I've seen this happen in both the summer and the winter. In fact, the very first class that we set in on, we were able to actually go to that class because we kind of just showed up to the store at the time that the class was happening. The seats were not filled up, and they allowed us to come in because after they had checked in, everybody else had an RSVP. After that, we kind of just started stalking the site every few months and making sure that we got our RSVPs in months in advance so that in the case that we wanted to come and bring other people with us, we'd have enough tickets. So that's kind of like our side hobby that we like to do. When we're kind of just looking to do like a low budget friendly activity, but something that's going to be equally enjoyable and just kind of really highlights that quality time. So if you're looking for an activity to do with your friends or your significant other or loved ones, I highly suggest popping into Total Wine on a Thursday or Saturday where they're having a wine tasting class and going in and trying some new wines. They also give you discounts and coupons if you attend the class to buy those bottles of wines in the store. So, highly recommend. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do. I will say they just be advised that they only allow 3 tastings per person. So, you do need to choose wisely. Unless you come with someone, then maybe you guys can kind of share. But legally, they are only allowed to give you 3 glasses of wine to taste. So, just keep that in mind. But they do also provide hors d'oeuvres and sometimes charcuterie. So it's a really great class to attend. And like I said, these classes are free at any Total Wine. I just got back from wine tasting class. We had a good time. Today's class, we have classes like every month for all the way up and through spring. So if I know you in real life and you like to come, please let me know. Emphasis on if I know you in real life. Today we learned about Spanish wines. So, and I also, oh, where's my bottle? Oh, it's chilling right now. So I'll show you guys later. But every time I go to one of these classes, I do try to buy like a bottle so that, and I'll show you guys footage in a moment here. But I try to buy a bottle just because one of my hobbies is, and for those of you that don't know, I used to actually sell wine through One Hope. So that's like a direct sales company. But I like just love wine. That's one of my hobbies. Like, it's not just to like drinking it, get buzzed or drunk. Like, I actually enjoy consuming wine. And like, if I was to get like rich and hit the lottery or whatever like that, like I would probably invest in a vineyard. And like that's like a $40 million business, but that's just something that I'm interested in. Like this has been constant. Like, I talk about like the holiday party wine tasting that I did in 2014. So if you know me in real life and you were in attendance to that, shout out to you. But yes, the holiday party wine tasting, and I used to sell wine and do wine tastings when I was in California and stuff like that. So that's just something that I like to do, and it's good having friends that like to kind of share. And so I'm feeling real good. I'm uploading right now my footage for the class. And so I'm really excited to share that with you all so you can kind of see like how the classes go, what they look like, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. And like I said, if I know you're in real life and you like to go, or if you just want more information on like how to sign up to go to the classes, I'll also provide that information as well. Lately, I really have been sitting with myself intentionally. I've always been the type to isolate when I know that I'm being called to greater depths. But lately, I really have been sitting with myself, if I'm feeling emotional or about, certain situations or things that have happened in the past. I've been allowing myself to just really sit in those feelings so that I can process them instead of running away from them. So I think that spending time with yourself allows you to be able to do that. In fact, it's required. Um, and so I do find that to be helpful so that I can allow those feelings to pass and start to move on and heal from them instead of oppressing them or stuffing them deep down and then, pretending to be okay in public, but then suffering in silence. I think that allowing yourself to process thoughts, feelings, recollections of certain situations, and really giving yourself time to process it, but as well as talking to God about it and going to God with your problems. Because while talking to your friends, sometimes helps. Um, Sometimes it's more detrimental than not. Talking to a therapist, I'm all for that. I do see that people are finding um, their therapist sometimes to be ineffective or to not work. I think that therapy is not for everybody. I'm a big fan of therapy. I haven't had the experience of going to therapy and feeling like it didn't work for me, but I can certainly see how that can happen for other people. I think that the overall quality control of a lot of industries are down, and I think that you got a lot of like the entry point is lower than it used to be, and you got a lot of people kind of just going into jobs for the money. But I think above all else, my number one solution is always going to be to go to God and allow Him to lead me, allow Holy Spirit to speak to me about situations, and just getting by myself so that I can hear the Holy Spirit speaking to me and guiding me on what to do. So, as I've been kind of mentioning in my other vlogs, I am back writing. I'm really excited just to kind of go through this process, especially now that things like AI exist. I don't find that I'm sorry, I'm a real author. I was a published author before AI came out. That's not a stab at anybody that's making money by having the robots write their stuff. But I think it really takes away from the art and craft of writing and creative writing, to lean heavily on AI. So I think some of the ways that I'll be utilizing AI more so is for brainstorming or helping with character sketches. I can really see how using AI to help create writing prompts or things that will help you get out of a writer's block will be entirely more beneficial versus, you trying to have it write everything itself. But sometimes we do just need that spark of inspiration or another perspective to help us get out of those writing blocks. So I'm really excited as I write, and push myself to complete my first novel. I'll be doing more vlogs about that in the future, like I said. And then I'm also working on my next self-help book. As you all know, I am known as a self-help, self-published author. I have 3 books out there: Ambition for Sale, Life After 25, Intuitively Me, and I did contribute to an anthology back in 2019 called Living a Non-Negotiable Lifestyle. There are limited copies of that available, but the first 2 are available on Amazon, and so I'll put that information in my description if you guys decide that you want to order. But I'm also going to be putting together a website so that people can start ordering autographed hard copies from me again, because I do have hard copies on me as well. A friend of mine asked me what I've been up to lately and how I've been, and I told her honestly, I've really been focused on just being a better version of myself. Like, I really been dialed into like me and what it is that I need to do to make sure that I'm okay. That being said, stay tuned for a brief word about this episode's sponsor. So I don't know about y'all, but as of lately, I have really dialed in on focusing on myself these days, like really tuning into who I am at this stage in my life and what it is that I need to do in order to put myself in the best position to win, in the best position to hit the goals that I've set out for myself, especially during this season of my life. This year doesn't look like 10 years ago. It's different. The mission's different. We're going about things differently. Like I said, I'm at a different stage and a different age in my life. But one thing that has remained the same is I love a good inspiration tea. I love a good tea that's going to keep me motivated on the regular. And one thing I love about the Better Man brand is I love a brand that I can get in alignment with, that understands like what it takes, that's whose mission I can get behind, whose vision I can follow. So this shirt that you see me with on today says Already Rich. I love the lettering on this. And there's some inspo on the back as well, which I will turn around to show you all. And I really love the Better Man brand because they are all about just being a better version of yourself, working on yourself every day, doing the things that need to be done so that you can be the best version of yourself. But also, they are, real big on just equipping us with quality clothing that can really support us and inspire us and motivate us on our own mission. So this was a shirt that I felt like matches. When I talked to my homeboy, he said, "You know what? I think I got a shirt that's perfect for you." I feel like this shirt definitely like matches who I am as an individual because, okay, like building wealth has always been important for me. I've always been on a mission of just putting myself in the best position to win and to build wealth like my family has never seen before. So while I might be doing things a little bit more quietly these days, I'm still on the mission. Just love this Already Rich shirt. I love the sayings on the back. And I just want to say that if you all are looking for quality clothing, if you love t-shirts with sayings on it that you can get behind, t-shirts and clothing that's going to motivate your mission, that your personal mission that you're on in life, then definitely hit up the Better Man brand for all of your inspirational and motivational apparel. I promise you, you will not be sorry. This t-shirt feels very quality made. It doesn't feel cheap. And like I said, they believe in the mission of just being a better version of yourself and what it takes to, get to that better version of yourself there. And you can follow them on Instagram as well. Their brand is the Better Man brand. That's the underscore Better Man underscore brand on Instagram. Or you can buy apparel at www.thebetterman.shop. Tell them that Misha Lives sent you, and I hope you find something that equally supports you or fits you and your mission that you're on. I hope that you find something that fits the mission and the vision that you have in mind for yourself, because I love my tea. Thank y'all at the Better Man brand, and we'll get back to our episode. Yeah, once again, Pilates whooped my ass. And this time I did not do reformer Pilates. I did heat mat Pilates. Once you get past the hard floor, I feel like the instructor did a great job. I would definitely be back. I went to Push Pilates Studio this time. So now me and a girlfriend are going to try out the Modern Vegan. I know the owner, so I've been wanting to support. And so I thought, what great of a time to go and have some vegan food right after a kick-ass workout. And so we're going to go try out the Modern Vegan in Royal Oak. Shout out to Stasha. One thing doing mat Pilates taught me is that while both methods are effective, I definitely prefer reformer Pilates. My body is a little bit too aged to be doing mat Pilates on those thin mats that they be doing, but I rather do mat Pilates at home where there's carpet and a thicker mat. I also have been kind of exploring Pilates studios in Detroit. So some of the studios I've been to are Peace and Pilates, as well as Scope Pilates, and I really kind of made Scope Pilates more of a Pilates home for me. I'll occasionally revisit Peace and Pilates if I'm going or meeting a friend there. After Pilates, though, one of two things typically happens. Either I have a lot of energy and I typically will go on and have a little day to myself, or I'll take a nap to kind of sleep off some of that post Pilates body stress. Because even though they say that it's a low impact workout, it actually is pretty effective and it's a full body workout, so you will be drenched in sweat. All in all, I'm enjoying Pilates, and I definitely encourage you all, if you've been thinking about it or you've been on the fence, you should check it out, see if you like it, add it to your exercise routine if you do. Body is done. Like, I'm barely making it to the shower. Like, y'all, I decided to do a Pilates class today. I am going to book my next class, though, so I don't forget, because I want to try to do one at least once a month this year. So we didn't do one January and February. We technically did, but we were doing them at home. But I want to try to do a class outside of home But yeah, I had the nerve to go to Pilates. I got vegan for lunch and been going ever since. It's like hours later, like I feel like I'm not gonna be able to move tomorrow, but we're gonna push through. Day party. Like out early, 9 a.m., back in the house by 6, showers taken for the night. Now I can do all the things I need to do at home for myself that requires me to be stationary, getting nice and moisturized, putting on my lotions and smell goods, and I'm gonna have some dinner and I'm gonna work on some of my goals outside of the ones I've already worked on today. Ideal day for me. Because if we're going out late, it better be a date. It better be a date if we're going out late. Because other than that, once the clock strikes past a certain hour, Auntie be like trying to be at one place stationary for the rest of the night. That's what you got to know. That's what you must know. My friends be laughing because I be like every day, like, I gotta check on my farm. But I'm gonna show y'all, like, I really do have a farm in the game. And it looks like all of my cotton has grown, so I need to pick my cotton. And like, I don't have an issue doing that because it's my cotton. You know what I mean? Like, it's nobody else's, it's mine. So yes, I grow cotton to make shirts and materials and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, it's my cotton, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest that myself. But this is one of my favorite pastimes right now. It's just like a way that I get to disconnect and just kind of like, you know, check out from reality. I'm basically like building a town, and like I like fulfill orders and stuff like that. So I just kind of check to see what it is everybody's looking for. Like he's looking for me to make some milkshakes, but I need more milk. So I need to, I don't recall if, oh okay. I was gonna say, I don't recall if I had my cows make milk last time I was in here. But there you go, I got 6 bottles of milk, so I should be able to fulfill some orders. I got some train orders to fulfill. I got some materials that have come in. So that's what's up. We need more paper though, but I can collect these materials. And then I gotta send some stuff out. It's gonna leave and come back and bring me some stuff. Or it's actually come back to ask me for stuff. I need paper. And I do have a couple papers here. Because sometimes what I'll do is like, I'll see what I need. I'll like get it created, get it going. And then I'll take a break out of the game and come back like the next day or a couple hours later so that I give it enough time. You know what I mean? Like, for me to get these materials done. Because it takes time to do these materials. Like, I'll show you guys an example. Like, so I have 3 of these. I'm going to load them, but I still need 3 more. So when we come back to here, look how long it's going to take. It's gonna take an hour and 29 minutes. I'm probably gonna be asleep. But I do kind of want to add an extra box. I got a little bit of money, so I'm gonna do that. There's another game over here that's like a treasure hunt. Not this, but this map. This is its own game inside itself. So I love that there's like two different games. But really there's just multiple games because you also got like the Candy Crush game that's built in. So you got like multiple games built into this game. So it's just like, it's a really good mental escape for sure. So yeah, this is like my favorite right now. It is Callie's grooming weekend again, so we are spending a weekend up here at a friend's house so that we can borrow their basement to groom him in the basement. I was going to try to do it tonight. It is a Thursday. It is March 13th. Happy 313 day. If you're from the D, what up, though? If you're not from the D, still what up, though? But y'all, I'm too tired, okay? My friend is outside working on their car, their hobby car. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to watch a movie? Callie's pretty chill right now because he just got his anti-anxiety meds. I've poured me a little bit more wine. I'm really just like smooth sailing, chilling. But it's also like that time when I'm on for me, so it's like, it's coming. It's probably arriving in the morning, mid-afternoon, or the day after at the very latest. So I'm just like, I'm just relaxing. I give myself grace during this time. I chills. I take it easy. I don't do too much. I definitely went hard working out over the last week because I knew I was going to not be one to do much. But we almost to the end of the week, and I've done all my workouts for the week. Tomorrow is a recovery day, and then we pick it back up on Saturday. So I've been doing pretty good this month with working out, but I'm really just like, I might fall asleep in this recliner because, yeah. So I decided to meet up with my girlfriends at Detroit Flower Day this year. I don't know that I've ever been to a flower day, but when I tell y'all, I had such a good time. Like, I even ran into my aunt that calls me Twinny for twin. She's always called me that because a lot of people think we look alike. I do look like my aunts and my grandmother and my relatives. Our genes are very strong. A lot of times if people meet my aunt first before they meet my mom, they think she's my mom. So it was kind of funny because for her to have that nickname for me, it was funny that we were both there on the same day. And of course, I took Callie. So we had a mommy son play day, and I met up with my girl Chanelli. She had Zoe with her. We definitely had a cute little doggy day. Look at the doggy. Hey, Joey. Hey. My dog being a menace to society. Some of our other girlfriends met us there as well. Some pictured, some not, because some left early. But I had such a good time. I think anytime I can get together with my girlfriends and just have like a girls' day filled with just feminine activities and us just flourishing in our feminine aura, like I just love that. I feel like it's so healing. And I think that every woman deserves a group of good friends, even if you don't see them as much as you like. I just think having a group of good, genuine girlfriends is just so needed as a woman, just like having a group of genuine homeboys is needed for a man. You need people that you can relate to, not just on a surface level, but on a deep level as well. We're all women and we all have our own journeys and timelines going on, and I just think it's great for us to all be able to come together despite all of that and just have a good time. So I really enjoyed Flower Day. I got to kind of check out just how the Easter market in Detroit is today. Obviously I'm from Metro Detroit, but I lived in California for 4 years, so I was away for 4 years. And when I tell you so much has changed since I left and came back, and I got back in 2021, and every opportunity I get, I just try to take to explore this new Detroit that has emerged upon us, and I'm very happy and very proud. I mean, I've always been proud to be from the D, but I couldn't be more proud to be able to be in the city and go downtown and not have to worry about my general safety. I'm gonna still keep my head on the swivel, but just to be able to have a good time and not get not it not be like it was, once was, where it was just dangerous for women. So um, I think that that's a really good thing. We got to check out Detroit City Distillery, got to, hang out with just people that, people that were cool. Like I said, no stranger danger vibes. Got to hang out with this cool bartender. Got to check out the DeQuinder Cut. I always hear about the DeQuinder Cut, but I haven't been able to explore it as of lately until now. And I feel like I'm gonna definitely add this to like my things to do. Like I love that there's so many art installations around the city as well. But like such an art person. Like I'm loving the wall art. I'm loving like there being an infinite amount of bike trails, places that you could rollerblade, walk your dog, picnic. Like I'm just loving it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited just to get out and explore Michigan, as well as just Detroit and Metro Detroit this summer. Michigan has the best summers. And as I always tell people, it took me to experience living away to really appreciate, like, I don't see myself ever living anywhere else outside of like when I retire, I may want to live somewhere warmer. I get why people end up wanting to do that just from like a health standpoint, because the cold winters can be brutal. But like I'm not even bothered about the winters no more. Like I'm just thoroughly enjoying my time back in Michigan and being around the people that I love. So we had such a good time. I can't wait to do it again. And if you have never been to the Eastern Market Flower Day, I highly recommend it. I ended up actually getting some barbecue from Bert's Barbecue. I don't recall ever having their barbecue before, but I remember people telling me like they got really good barbecue. I remember people telling me they would go down there and sit in the restaurant and listen to the live music. So they kind of brought the live music outside today. When I tell you that barbecue smacked, it ain't picture here, but it was good. And I had some ribs because I love me some ribs in the summer. I love a good barbecue, okay? So it was just like a perfect D-girl day. I wouldn't trade it for the world. This definitely one of my favorite days this year for sure. So, we was just outside being pretty, you know, getting our vibe on, not having to do too much, not having to spend too much, my type of vibe, and just out here existing. Like, I love that for us. There will be more content where that came from. I'm definitely gonna get some more content pushed out this summer a lot quicker. I know it's taken me a while to get some of these vlogs out. I think what I'm gonna do is just start shortening the episodes, and then that way we're good to go. I can get out content more sooner. Me and Chanelli, we are on a friend date out to Jojos Shake Bar. Now, I've been to Jojos quite a few times. I've taken my nieces here. Just, celebrating. We've done sibling meetups, sibling Christmas time meetups at Jojos. I am a fan. I like going to Jojos. The vibes are always good. They have wonderful shakes. They got decent food. So we were actually here to do like a little campfire style outing. And then we actually got to paint flower pots. So we both took home succulents. And I'm like, these are our friendship plants. Even though my niece knocked it over and didn't tell me to the next day, I'm definitely planning on just like cultivating that plant, because I don't know what it is. Like when I get plants and I be with my friends, I be trying to keep them plants alive. I feel like that just be like a symbol of the relationship, like of the friendship. Like this our friendship plant. So yeah, I just really been enjoying myself this year. Like keeping it simple, but keeping it true to my nature. Like simple yet elegant, simple but everyday luxuries. Like I've always been a type to just appreciate where I am in life. And sometimes that's easier said than done. But I love being able to remind myself that, like, even the small stuff, if you are not following me already, I urge you to follow me on TikTok at Misha Lives. I'm also on Instagram at Misha Lives. But right now, I'm posting a lot of my short form content to TikTok. I'm committed to growing my account over there in conjunction with growing this YouTube page. So
I touched that 5 for you. I do that 3, 4 times again. I testify for you. I told I like you that.